So there's one per school. Just to let you know that the principles are the same as the previous agreed syllabus, but it's been brought up to date, particularly around the early years and the new foci that there are in the early years, which have changed slightly, so we've aligned those. Some information on the obligations for academies as well is in there, but the substance of the expectations that Suffolk has that our children in religious education have a really rich, thoughtful, deep diet of RE stuff, arranged around experiences and opportunities with lots of chances to show what they know, understand and can do through a variety of media. All the guidance is in there. Also, if you go to the Suffolk Learning website, which is there for all the curriculum areas and a lot of other guidance as well, and you go into RE, you will see that we have spent a lot of time supporting people to plan their work around big inquiries. We call it the Suffolk RE inquiry model, in order to be able to support people in this. John?
Is this instead of the green book that we used to have, or does this supplement it? Look at the agreed syllabus.
It hasn't been green for a little while.
Is it in a folder?
Yes, it was blue, the same blue as this.
Blue, sorry.
Yes, that's right. The green one was about 10 years ago.
Okay.
The blue one was about 5-6 years ago. It supplements it.
Okay.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Okay. Second thing to say very quickly, because I'm conscious I've only got 7 minutes, of which I've probably used most of them, is the RE quality mark. And I have put for each of you one of our flyers for the RE quality mark. Now, two things to say about this. A, it's been driven by Suffolk schools, and we've got 2 people here who have achieved the RE quality mark, which is fantastic. So Dawn in Felixstowe and Steph at St Albans. 2 things to say is we've got some additional funding for small schools, which is about 100 pupils or fewer. Or if you can make the case, if your finances are dire, then we'll look at that as well, for it to be heavily subsidised, okay, so that we can subsidise it up to £300. So that's the first thing to say about the RE quality mark. It's a national piece of work which is designed to support people in high quality RE. So even if you don't apply for the mark, it's still useful to get onto the website, which is there, because it's got examples of good work, some wonderful examples of children's work, including from special schools, some of them from your wife's school, John, absolutely beautiful, which we're also using in our training. But then we've also just heard that we've got some funding from the Keswick Hall Trust. So Catherine Wright and I, we've identified 2 schools, actually Dawn's and Steph's, in Suffolk. We've got 2 schools in Norfolk and we've got 2 schools in Cambridgeshire, which are being lined up as well. And each of those are going to work with 2 other schools. Initially, this is for secondary colleagues, but we're hoping to roll it out for primaries as well. But certainly for primaries, if you're a small school and you would like to have access, get onto the website, have a look at it, and if you think you're able to, then just email us and we'll give you more information about that. Okay, the final thing, 2 things from me actually. Just one thing very quickly. Fiona going to talk about the education for sustainability, and we do have some resources which Fiona's prepared in the summer, which are there. And also, and this is my very last thing, RE Today and NATRE are supporting RE networks and teachmeets. They did actually send lots of resources to me, which actually arrived. Someone signed for them after I'd left, because I now live in Wales, to bring them. So I'll make sure they get to the next network meetings. But it's well worth looking at the NATRE website again for additional resources there. So I've just brought the latest set of their materials, and you can subscribe to those, and very, very worthwhile in terms of resources for primary and for secondary. Okay, so that's me kicking it off.